Have you ever stopped to think about what it truly means to have no other gods before me? At first glance, it may sound simple, even obvious. But the truth is, the first commandment is the foundation of every other teaching in the Bible. It's not just about worshiping idols made of stone or gold. It's about the things we allow to take God's place in our hearts. In Exodus 23, God says, "You shall have no other gods before me." Many people think of this as a rule for ancient times, a warning against bowing to statues or foreign gods. But the hidden meaning is deeper. Anything that becomes the ultimate focus of your life can become a false god. Money, power, fame, relationships, even comfort can silently take the throne meant for God. David understood this, even though he was a man after God's own heart. He wrote in Psalm 16:4, "The sorrows of those who run after other gods will multiply. I will not pour out their libations of blood or take up their names on my lips." David knew that when the heart turns toward anything else as the ultimate source of hope, joy, or security, life becomes unbalanced. Every struggle, every temptation, every distraction often begins with something we've made more important than God. Look at the story of the Israelites. Even after God delivered them from Egypt, gave them manna from heaven, and performed miracles before their eyes, they often turned to idols when life got hard. Golden calves, pagan gods, false promises, they were all attempts to replace God with something tangible, something they could control. And God warned them, nothing created can give the peace, protection, and purpose that only He provides. The first commandment is not about fear, it's about freedom. It invites us to examine our priorities and to ask, what do I worship in my daily life? What do I give my time, energy, and heart to above God? When we place God first, everything else falls into alignment. Relationships become healthier, work becomes purposeful, and even challenges carry meaning because they are filtered through His guidance. Jesus echoed this principle in Matthew 6:33. "But seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." Hidden in this verse is the promise. When God has first place in your life, provision, peace, and clarity naturally follow. Seeking God first is not just a spiritual exercise. It is the key to living intentionally in a chaotic world. Let's apply this practically. Today, think about your daily priorities. Do you check your phone before praying? Do you chase money before seeking God's will? Do you let fear, pride, or envy guide your decisions? These are the modern idols we must recognize. God is calling us to realign our hearts so that He is truly first in every decision, every relationship, and every pursuit. Forgiveness, love, service, and obedience all flow from this commandment. Why? Because when God is first, we see life through His eyes. When He is first, our hearts no longer crave what is temporary or empty. When He is first, our actions begin to reflect eternal purpose rather than fleeting desires. David's secret was simple. Even when tempted, even when surrounded by sin and pressure, he put God above all else. He prayed, he reflected, he worshiped, and he trusted God's plan. And his life became a testimony of how prioritizing God over everything else leads to wisdom, courage, and blessing. So today, examine your heart. What are the gods you allow in your life? Is it approval from others? Is it fear, pride, money, or comfort? Ask God to take first place, to reign over every choice, every thought, every plan. Choose to make Him your ultimate focus, and watch how life transforms. Peace replaces worry. Purpose replaces chaos, and joy replaces emptiness. Remember, the first commandment is not just about avoiding idolatry. It is about choosing God as the center of your life, the source of your strength, and the ultimate goal of every step you take. When God reigns first, everything else falls into place. Exodus 23 is not just a rule, it is a promise. Put God first, and you will never be spiritually empty or lost, no matter what storms come your way.